Number 3, we're going to start off again finding the point when t is 5. So if we put 5 in for t, we get 5 times the square root of 3 times 5 plus 1. So 16 under the square root, we get 4 times 5, we get 20 for x. For y, we get 5 times 5 to the 1/2. So square root of 25 is 5. The derivatives for this, for dx dt and dy dt, are a little bit more complicated than the last ones because we're going to need to use product rule and chain rule. So dx dt, we're going to have to use the product rule and the chain rule in this one alone. We have t times 3t plus 1 to the 1/2. So we have product rule because t times that whole thing to the 1/2, and then chain rule because we have that whole thing to the 1/2. So derivative of t is just 1 times 3t plus 1 to the 1/2 plus t times the derivative of this. We're bring the 1/2 out in front. I'm going to put the 1/2 in front of the t instead of t times 1/2 times 3t plus 1 to the negative 1/2 because we subtract 1 from that exponent using the power rule, and then multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is 3. So we can rewrite things a little bit. We can also go ahead and factor out a 3t plus 1 to the lowest power, so to the negative 1/2. If we factor that out from the first one, remember we subtract these exponents, so 1/2 minus negative 1/2 gives us 1. We're just left with 3t plus 1 to the first. When we take this out of the second term, all of this right here, that cancels out, and we're left with 3/2 t. So we can simplify this finally here. 3t plus 1 to the negative 1/2. That's square root of 3t plus 1 in the denominator. Up top, 3t plus 3/2 t. We can combine those. Those are like terms. So this is like 6 over 2t plus 3/2. We have 9/2 t plus 1. We can leave it like that for now with the fraction and fraction. That's fine. For dy dt, we have 1/2 times 5t to the negative 1/2. But then we have to multiply by the derivative of the inside, so we're multiplying by 5. So if we rewrite this a little bit, 5 is going to be on top. We're going to have 2 on the bottom, and the 5t to the negative 1/2 is square root of 5t in the denominator. So if we want to find dy dx, just like the other ones, we're taking dy dt, putting that on top. So 5 over 2 square root of 5t all over dx dt. Which does not look too pretty, but it's going to simplify out pretty nice when we put 5 in there. Put 5 in, we have 5 over 2 times square root of 25 all over, we do 9 times 5, we get 45/2 plus 1 all over square root of 16. So up top, square root of 25 is 5 times 2 is 10. So we have 5 over 10, which is just 1/2. Bottom here, 45/2 plus 1. That's going to be same as 45/2 plus 2/2. So 47/2 all over 4. All right, then we've got a fraction and a fraction. So this whole thing on the bottom, so this is the denominator. If we multiply by 4, top and bottom of that big fraction, those are going to cancel out. We have 2 over 47/2. And instead of dividing by a fraction, we can multiply by the reciprocal. So 2 times 2 over 47, we get 4 over 47. So that's our slope. Here's our point. So our equation is y minus 5 equals 4 over 47 times x minus 20. All right, last one here, number 4, deals with some trig. Why don't you guys go ahead and try that one on your own.